Hello and welcome to another episode of Susfaction.
Today is a Kyle-centric episode, and my name is Kyle,
And I'm Isella,
and
and
we're
we're
your
your
hosts.
hosts.
Today, I'm going to do part one of my Marilyn Monroe of our Marilyn Monroe episode. My deep dive into Marilyn Monroe, which is near and dear to my heart, just because I'm a big fan, always have been, and this is going to be more about. I'm not going to go too in depth about her life. I wanted to go into her death, but
Is this another episode for the Sus Files?
yes, it is.
Okay.
Because her death is very suspicious.
Okay.
But to do her justice, because I love her, I want you to know who she was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, all right. Marilyn Monroe was born Norma Jean Mortensen on June 1st, 1926 in Los Angeles, California, to her mother Gladys Pearl Baker. A lot of people get her name mixed up and call her Norma Jean Baker as her name, like her birth name,
Yeah, that's why
but her name was Mortensen.
Mortensen. You said Mortensen, and I was like, huh? I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw my face. Like, wait. Okay.
To her mother Gladys Pearl Baker, who struggled with severe mental health and mental illness and was periodically institutionalized. Norma Jean never knew her biological father, and her childhood was marked by instability, poverty, and trauma. She spent much of her youth moving between foster homes and an orphanage, where she experienced neglect, according to her later accounts, sexual abuse. These early experiences deeply shaped her emotional life and creating a lifelong fear of abandonment and intense need for affection and validation. At 16, to avoid returning to the orphanage, she married her neighbor, James Dougherty, in 1942. That was a very brief marriage, so I don't really count it. I just count it as another name that Norma Jean had.
Okay.
Um, she was discovered during World War II. Norma Jean worked in a factory inspecting parachutes when she was discovered by a military photographer. Her photogenic appearance led to modeling work where she quickly became one of the most sought-after pinup models of the era. She dyed her hair blonde, refined her look, and divorced Dougherty in 1946 to pursue a career in entertainment. That same year, she signed her first short-term contract with 20th Century Fox, adopting the name Marilyn Monroe. The name came from her grandmother's maiden name, Monroe.
Okay.
And she loved Marilyn Miller, the stage actress.
Got it.
So, and it's funny because her name becomes Marilyn Miller one day when she becomes Marilyn Miller by way of marrying Arthur Miller, the writer.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like her name comes full circle.
Yeah.
Let's see. She struggled a lot with mental health as well. Like her mother, she was extremely depressed. She was anxious. She suffered just awful bouts of self like self-deprecating situations. Like she just didn't like she sometimes would put herself in situations where she wasn't treated correct like a woman should be.
Yeah.
She also married men who loved the idea of Marilyn Monroe. They didn't want Norma Jean.
Right.
And there's also proof that her second husband, the baseball player Joe DiMaggio, was physically abusive to her.
Okay.
And that's what and how that ended in divorce was his abuse.
Yeah.
Now I'll give you a little bit of, let's see.
There was that show on NBC. I think they were creating a musical about Marilyn Monroe's life.
They did?
It was a show about a musical, but the musical was about Marilyn Monroe's life.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I never saw that. I watched a lot of them. My favorite is The Secret Life of Marilyn Monroe with Kelly Garner as Marilyn. She does an amazing, phenomenal job as Marilyn. Like, it's uncanny.
Oh, I really liked a lot of the songs that they did, and one of them was about Joe DiMaggio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember the name of the show, but it had. Have you ever watched Will and Grace?
Yes.
The actress that plays Grace is one of the like composers in that show.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I've seen um I think like previews for it and stuff like that
it's really good. It's
when
really
it
good.
was airing.
Yeah.
Her early career, I said I probably wasn't going to talk about this, but I might as well fill in some space. Her struggle and breakthroughs from 1947 to 1952. Marilyn Monroe's early years in Hollywood were difficult. She played small, often uncredited roles and was frequently dismissed as replaceable. Studio executives valued her looks but underestimated her intelligence and ambition. Marilyn Monroe, or Norma Jean, was a very intelligent brunette.
Yeah.
She always said that it takes a dumb blonde to play smart, or it takes a smart brunette to play dumb blonde, or something like that.
Okay.
Um, and or a brilliant brunette. Anyway, her breakthrough came in the early 50s with films such as The Asphalt Jungle, which was in 1950, All About Eve, which also starred Betty Davis in 1950, and Niagara in 1953. These roles established her as a compelling screen presence rather than just a pretty face. Stardom and the bombshell image came
Yes.
in 1953 and through 1955. By 1953, Monroe was a major star in films like Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and How to Marry a Millionaire. These cemented her image as a glamorous, sexual, confident blonde. However, the roles were often comedic and shallow, an image Monroe privately resented.
Mm.
Behind
Yeah.
the scenes, she struggled with chronic insomnia, anxiety and depression, and a reliance on barbiturates and alcohol. She also felt trapped by studio contracts that limited her creative freedom. Her personal life and marriages. Marilyn Monroe's romantic life was highly publicized and deeply troubled. James Dougherty, like I said, in 1942 to 1946, a youthful, pragmatic marriage that ended when she chose her career. Joe DiMaggio in 1954, a baseball legend, adored her but reportedly was controlling and uncomfortable with her sex symbol status. They divorced after 9 months, though they remained emotionally connected. Arthur Miller, 1956 to 1961, who was a playwright. The playwright offered intellectual companionships and validation. Their marriage deteriorated under the weight of Monroe's health struggles and miscarriages. He left her basically because she couldn't bear children.
Okay.
Well,
And
she could. She struggled to come to go full term.
right. Weren't and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't most of these marriages weren't the men much older?
Yes,
Okay.
she usually gravitated towards older men because of her issues with not having a father.
Okay.
She kept a picture of, now this comes from My Week with Marilyn, so I don't know how true it is. It could be artistic license, but I always thought it was cute. She kept a picture of Abe Lincoln
Hmm.
in her dressing room or her
Yeah.
room. And she always said it was her father. And she said she never met her father, so it might as well be him.
Aw.
Her artistic ambition and later career, 1955 to 1961. Determined to be taken seriously, Monroe studied acting under Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio in New York. She founded Marilyn Monroe Productions, one of the first production companies owned by a female star. Her later films showed greater depth, like Bus Stop, my favorite, The Prince and the Showgirl, and Some Like It Hot. Bus Stop was 1956, The Prince and the Showgirl was 1957, and then Some Like It Hot was 1959. The Prince and the Showgirl was kind of a battle between stars because
Mhm.
Laurence Olivier was a stage actor wanting to be a film star,
Okay.
and it was Marilyn Monroe, a film star, wanting to be a good stage actor.
Okay.
So, and those two personalities collided a lot. and on
Yeah.
screen it's almost visible.
Oh.
But I love that movie. It's so beautifully pictured, and the costumes are beautiful, and Marilyn Monroe as Elsie Marina is just adorably bubbly, and she's just you just get I feel a piece of more Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Like you get more more Norma Jean. You get to see that in
Okay.
that film. Like you get to see her realness.
Yeah. More of who she really is
Yes,
behind all of the things.
exactly. Despite critical success, Monroe's ability and Monroe's reliability was increasingly affected by mental health issues and medical dependence or medication dependence.
Hmm. Well, you said she couldn't sleep, right?
Right. She struggled with focus.
Okay.
I think ADHD could have also been another one of her struggles.
Yeah.
Because she wanted so badly to be the best. She just struggled to focus and realize when she was excelling
Hmm.
to let it be and to move on to the next thing.
Right.
She was a perfectionist.
Okay. Well, yeah, a lot of people with ADHD suffer from perfectionism. Um, Anxiety can be like a comorbidity of ADHD, and a lot of it has to do with why do I have to work this much harder than somebody else, my same age, my same everything, that
Exactly.
doesn't have ADHD. So that's where a lot of that perfectionism comes from because it's about hiding the fact that you're working 10 times harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's
I've
true.
been studying ADHD for a few years now.
Um oh, and disclaimer, I'm using Chat GPT
Okay.
um because I know all this stuff already. I just figured it'd be easy to condense it using the app
Yeah,
cuz
and you're kind of fact checking it because you already know.
right. I have all the books down there
Oh.
that I could read and go through and make sure everything's correct. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books just in my line of sight about Marilyn Monroe. All right, decline in death, blah, 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 decline in death. She died in 1962. By the early 60s, Marilyn Monroe faced mounting pressures, studio conflicts, failed marriages, repeated miscarriages, media scrutiny, escalating drug use. She died on August 4th, 1962, at age 36 in her Brentwood home from acute barbiturate poisoning. Her death was officially ruled a probable suicide, though debates continue to this day. And that's where I'm going to start my debate because I don't believe that's what happened. She I don't believe she was suicidal.
Okay. They're saying suicide because it was an overdose.
Yes.
Okay.
Um I believe I'll tell you at the end, but I'll give you um what they say here and then I'll tell you what I think. This might be one episode cuz I've been talking really fast.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
All right. Marilyn Monroe's death on August 4th, 1962 remains one of the most debated and mysterious events in Hollywood history. While officially ruled a probable suicide, unanswered questions, inconsistencies, and Monroe's cultural status have fueled decades of alternative theories. The official account. Okay, her cause of death is acute barbiturate poisoning. Substances found: high levels of Nebutal and chloral hydrate. Nebutal is pentobarbital. It's a barbiturate, I believe.
What is a barbiturate, though? I guess
Um,
that's fine.
Nebutal is a sleeping aid.
I've I've heard the name, the other one that you said.
Um,
Starts with
the
C.
what?
The one that starts with the C.
Chloral hydrate.
I've heard that word before.
That if you want to look it up, I'm not positive on what chloral hydrate is. It was her Brentwood. It was 5 Helena Drive in Brentwood, Los Angeles, and ruling probable suicide by Los Angeles County coroner. Monroe had documented history of depression, insomnia, substance dependence, and previous hospitalizations, which supported the coroner's conclusion.
So it says barbital is a barbiturate.
Um,
Is that what you said?
Nebutal.
Okay.
It's Nembutal. But now, key unresolved questions. Despite the official ruling, several details remain controversial. No water in her stomach, despite pills normally being swallowed with liquid.
Mm-hmm.
No pill residue found in her stomach during an autopsy. Delayed reporting of her death to the police. Missing or altered records, including medical notes. Rapid cremation, the limited time um, and limited investigation by some accounts. These gaps help spark alternative explanations. The accidental overdose theory. Some believe Marilyn Monroe unintentionally overdosed while trying to sleep. She was reportedly taking multiple prescriptions from different doctors. Drug interactions may not have fully been understood at the time, and this theory suggests negligence rather than intent.
So
What were you going to
from
say?
the rxlist.com, Nebutal is used short term to treat insomnia as a depressant or a sedative.
Yeah,
Um, Short term though, which
right,
means anybody could go to the doctor and say, I'm having trouble sleeping. And they'll say, here you go,
right.
because it's short term. Just
Now,
keep that in mind.
the
Anyone
Nebutal
could have
being in
gotten a
her
hold of that.
stomach, yeah,
Yeah.
the Nebutal being in her stomach, I found on another source I read. Now, this is a long time ago. I can't even cite the source, so
Oh, that's okay.
God forgive me. But there was rectal postmortem bruising, which
Oh,
means they would have been able to give her Nebutal via enema
oh, an
after she
enema.
was already dead to make it look like she overdosed.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
I was thinking suppository, but either, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I think she passed. So I'm giving you my theory now.
Mm,
I think it was a murder to mask to look like a suicide.
okay.
There's theory number 2 or 3, I guess, because I just gave you mine. Medical mismanagement, conflicting prescriptions, sedatives and stimulants, lack of coordination between her physicians, possible lethal combination of administration or administered without suicidal intent. And then 3. This is where our guy John F. Kennedy comes into play.
Okay.
The most sensationalized theories involve alleged affairs with John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy. Claims that she possessed sensitive political information, and speculation she was silenced to prevent scandal.
Okay.
Now, no conclusive evidence has ever supported these claims, but
I just gave you some
certain
in the
things,
JFK episode.
yeah, certain things aren't like you don't come up with ideas out of nowhere.
Correct.
So, um, the truth there's a little bit of truth in every scandal or whatever.
Right. Everybody hates the person who I'm about to quote, but the quote, I love the quote. Okay. I'm not going to tell you who said it just because I don't want to like spark some anger in everybody, but a conspiracy is only a conspiracy for 6 months and then the truth comes out.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's the difference between a conspiracy and the truth. Give it 6 months.
right. Well, now, why the mystery endures is Monroe was at the height and fame of her career, and she was planning career changes. Conflicting witness statements, public distrust of the authorities during the Cold War era, and her symbolic status was as a tragic exploited star. Historical census today, most historians and biographers conclude suicide or accidental overdose are the most plausible explanations. Conspiracy theories persist largely due to circumstantial evidence and Monroe's celebrity.
Okay.
Um, and that's wow, I can't believe how fast I talked. When it comes to Marilyn Monroe, I'm very, very
On.
yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. That's all right.
um,
No, what you were talking about with medical like mismanaged and like different doctors, and it just makes me think like, why does that keep happening?
Michael Jackson, Brittany Murphy.
Yeah.
Like, it happens today. It's
Yeah.
happened for centuries.
But it's
Not
like
centuries, but
it's
like
like
decades.
is it actually happening or is that a excuse they use a lot?
Right. It's like almost these celebrities
It's like the go-to excuse. Like,
are,
oh,
once
they were
they're
seeing too
done,
many doctors.
yeah, once they've gotten the use out of them, or they become no longer compliant, you can just, mix their meds
Yeah.
and they'll go down.
Yeah.
And it's sad, because a lot of beautiful,
Was Heath Ledger a suicide or was he
I believe
was
he
he
was an
accidental
accidental
overdose?
overdose.
Okay. That was one that like
That rocked my world.
yeah.
I mean, that was a sad one. And then there's there's conspiracies that don't even involve medications and like doctors. Like, look at Aaliyah.
Yeah.
She wasn't even conscious when she got on that plane.
Mm.
And that's another, I could do a deep dive on Aaliyah too.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was with Saliva that night. I was listening to Saliva play and the lead singer of Saliva was friends with Paul Walker because
Yeah.
they did the anyway, he was on stage when the news came across. So when he got off stage, I was backstage with him and we cried together.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
So
So you were there.
I was with Saliva, yeah, when they found out.
Aw.
Yeah.
What a crazy but like emotional moment.
Yes. Yes.
But well, so that's my theory on Marilyn Monroe's death, as I believe that she was murdered. There's other details like the glass on the window. There was a glass window broken, but the glass was found on the outside, not on the inside. So um, it was clear that the glass was broken from the inside out,
oh
making it
yeah.
not
To make it
look
look like
staged. Yeah.
something happened. Okay.
Um, and then the her housekeeper didn't her housekeeper checked on her, but she didn't call for help for hours after she
Huh.
found Marilyn unresponsive.
Yeah.
She called, I believe, I'm sorry, I forget his first name, Langford, a close friend of hers. She called people that were close to the Kennedys.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
so there's just a lot of details that I'm missing, but that go with the conspiratorial
Yeah, the
aspect of it.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys go back and listen to the JFK episode, I talk about how what some of that sensitive information may have been that could have been shared during pillow talk.
Yeah,
But yeah, a lot of that was part of it, and that's the thing is like that makes more sense for Marilyn to have been taken care of because of that. Less so JFK because if she was out of the way, then they didn't have anyone to like back him up. You know what I mean?
right.
So that's more. I think that's more Marilyn, like a reason why Marilyn would have been. Um, do you say assassinated? I guess assassinated, right?
Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Murdered.
I would say murdered, but it's usually her suicide is what people say.
Okay.
Her death, her questionable suicide.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm not like I haven't studied her life or anything, and I've seen things about her here and there, and I think she was amazing at what she did and all of that. I did see something, and I can't remember what it was. Maybe I had tried to watch a documentary at some point or just saw part of one maybe that was on. We've been friends forever, so it's possible I came over while he was watching one.
Yeah.
And I saw something about like them force feeding her pills while she was like half asleep or something like that.
Yeah.
That could have been a possibility as well. And that one heavily mentioned Kennedy involvement
Yeah.
or
I mean,
someone trying to cover up Kennedy involvement. I don't know how to explain that.
just her change in appearance from the time she did um
Some
the
like
7 Year Itch,
oh, okay.
between the times that she was working on 7 Year Itch, which never finished,
Okay.
to the Happy Birthday, Mr. President.
Yes.
Like her size changed. She got so sinewy and thin, and like she was clearly not
Struggling.
really in her right mind when she sang that
She
song
was,
to him.
yeah,
She
she was
was,
struggling
yeah.
with something.
So it's just there's question marks all over
Right.
Marilyn Monroe's death to me, you
Right.
know. So, but
Yeah.
but that's all I have. So thank you for listening.
Yes, please come back for another episode. We post every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, Remember, trust no one.
Question everything. And if you want to send us your stories, scary stories, weird glitch in the matrix stories, anything like that, you can reach us at suspectionpod@outlook.com. Again, if you want to send us your stories, anything weird, fun, dark, mysterious, whatever, historical is fine. Um, you can reach us at suspectionpod@outlook.com. And we do have an Instagram.
Yes, our Instagram is at suspectionpod. I post a teaser at the beginning of the week, usually Monday evening, about what that week's episode is going to be about. Um, Also, that way you can share it with your friends and they can jump in wherever they feel. Also, I am working on getting the subscriptions set up. We're going to set up through Patreon. I'll have more details for that in the notes of this episode for you guys um, to be able to see that and subscribe if you want to. Our episodes for subscription will be historical crime.
Yes. So, well, thank you. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.